Black and brown love, baby. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me?
You could argue that.
That's how I know you voted Republican. Episode 219, Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. We are here in this bitch. Who are you, Mr. Republican co-host of the year?
Bitch,
state yourself.
Ben Shapiro. Fuck you.
That is not.
Yes.
You definitely overtook him this year.
That's impossible, sir. And don't you ever insult me like that again.
You definitely overtook him this year.
Nigga, I will fuck his sister and yours before that ever happens.
You would never.
Yeah, you keep talking like that, I will.
You would never.
The one and only Busy 9-3. For those of you that don't know, you won't know. Let me tell you about myself.
Don't.
Some parts I go by Kwame Khalifa. Some people like to call me the Kango Don. Some people like to call me the Crooked Court Justice. Some people like to call me Captain Dr. Science. And some people like to call me Mr. Liddy Two Titty because I'm fresher than a bag of new 50s at all times, my nigga. Why is that, sir?
Because you clean?
Yes. Never dirty around these parts unless I'm getting down to dirty with your bitch. You did. That's it.
I kind of feel like I'm lying now. Like a little bit because about the cleanliness. I kind of feel a little bit like I'm lying.
Well, only in certain contexts. This context. This is a word.
I've seen your room, nigga. It's not pristine. That's why I feel like a part of me. I feel like I'm lying.
Hey, my dick game is though. You did.
I don't feel like it's my place to validate that no more. If that's the case, because
it wasn't for you to validate.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
validating.
I'm gonna say then don't throw
it in the ether.
Yeah, don't throw it. Don't throw me the oop for that no more. Like now,
that wasn't an oop.
Hey, look, because you said because you was like, why, sir? And I was like, because you clean, and now I'm understanding why. And it's just like, nah, son, we can't do that no more.
You the one who wanted to delve deeper. You asked him.
I wanted to know why I'm catching the oop now for. I wanted to know why I'm catching the oop
for various reasons, and then you wanted to solidify it. Yeah, nigga. Yeah,
see, that's why I work for the X-Files. The truth is out there, and that's what I'm bringing to the whole podcast.
That's why I work for Bitty Black, because I just go blast on shit.
When we get the talk space revenue, when we get it, I really hope you take full advantage. Anyway, it is your A1 on the mic, hailing from the home of bitchin' tequila, 50-cent margaritas and cartel dealings, the one and only Jose Ortega himself, also known as the Pod God. I had to let y'all know. Y'all think y'all think y'all forgot. I rain thunder on these motherfucking podcast audio waves. You feel me? Shit sound like a black hole, don't it? The gods is speaking. Also known as Tequila Poppy or the Almighty Rum Lord, depending on what day it is. This week, this day, it's tequila. I'm just letting you know. Shit might get crazy. Might get a little bit disrespectful. But we don't care. Also coming down from the motherfucking fourth rope on top of the ladder that's on top of the motherfucking stanchion on top of the building. And God damn it, it's the one and only Zay Mysterio. When I hit the mat, coming through with the crane kick one time, like, whoa, the almighty Tito Lee. And we here, episode 219, Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. How you doing? We love y'all. Shout out to everybody that's listening across the globe. Shout out to everybody across the pond. Everybody from different races and creeds and religions and all types of stupidities and intelligences. Jesus, I guess. I don't know. That. Hey, like, share, subscribe.
If you're too stupid to listen, you just gonna find it as if it's a statement on society and how you should live. And if you know what's going on, then you know.
No, that's bad. That's bad.
You can't control how people take it, man.
That's bad. Like for real.
If this podcast,
if you a stupid person, if you that type of stupid person listening to us, oh my God! Like
if this podcast is the rally cry and the war cry to your greatness and whatever you perceive that to be, then so be it. You ain't got to know how to read. Just listen. Word to Floyd, nigga.
Talk space. Spin the big bag. The big one.
Hey, I don't want to hear it.
If that's what my co-host is promoting.
Hey,
I just
threw out a
for the
suggestion.
energy. If that's what my co-host is promoting for the energy. We got everybody over here. We got all the loonies. Like if that's the case, like we got them all. Talk space sitting in this bag. The big fat one. Like matter of fact, when the bag come through, just make sure you can put like $3 signs like on the bag, like itself, so I know it's the bag. You feel me?
I'm just saying we have an exotic audience.
We do. And shout out to all of them. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your peoples, tell your grandma. She gonna hate it, but at least we get to listen. Everybody.
Grandma definitely either gonna turn this off or be like, who is them boys? Where they mamas at? Why they let them talk like that?
If you really fuck with us, you will somehow, some way, cause out of love and respect for this podcast and everything that we do, figure out some way, somehow, to tomfoolery your grandma into listening to 90% of this podcast. We will like for the extra streaming times and numbers, and that's because that's how this podcast shit works. We gonna start sending out free shit. Yeah, we gonna make free shit, and we gonna make shit with our own money, and we will send it out to those who love us the most. We will do that.
Hey, that's just part of the ride.
We will do that for you because we love you. You love us. If you love us, I don't want to keep asking. I don't want to keep asking people like I'm out here on a Tank album, just like, baby, do you love me? Do you love me, baby?
R&B is dead. Did you hear that? Did you know that? Did you get that memo?
That's bullshit.
Well, ask Diddy. Diddy said R&B is dead.
For what? If you listen to the more of that whole shit, he's more or less talking like there ain't as many singers. Like,
yeah, I know what the nigga was saying, but he sound crazy saying it.
He sounds crazy as hell saying it, but what he's saying isn't wrong. Well, like in a sense of to that, is it dead? No, I'm not gonna say it's dead, 100%. But what I will say is this: there are a lot more motherfuckers that have a mightier pen than they do a voice, and that pen makes up for more or less cases than that voice.
Yeah, but it be some niggas out there struggling though.
That is you just asked, man. Like, if you can really sing for real, if you can sing for real, like R&B can really sing, and you can't write a record, you not doing your whole your gift any justice. If you can write the record, you'll take off. You'll go. You will go.
Well, that's why I thought he sounded crazy.
Because the pen game in the landscape is really, really strong. Nigga. Like Eric Bellinger, write a really good track. SZA, Kenyon Dixon, Jade Nova.
Brought up SZA. I did bring her up.
Shit. Who else? Jasmine Sullivan. Oh God! Like I'm just running off people that are like, it is off the rip that maybe people don't give a lot of credit to where it should be due. Division makes good fucking R&B music. God damn it. The list goes on and on. There's people that can really fucking do it, but everybody don't got a strong voice.
This is why I say you sound crazy, because strong voice or not, you talking about the people that we already know, nigga. What about all the motherfuckers out there that's unknown that are writing those records that need to be heard? They can do that. He said it himself. He wanted to start Love Records. He want to get niggas this. He want to bring back that nigga that's singing on the street, singing out the window. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get his shit like.
Pause. You know I'm gonna stop you right now. Skirt. We stopping right now. Because I'm gonna tell you straight up. first and very foremost, if you are that person that's doing that, if I am talking to you, the person that is doing this, if you're listening, this is one great advice that I will give out on this podcast that's really 100%. If you are that person, do not fucking sign the Bad Boy. Don't do that shit.
It's not Bad Boy. It's Love Records.
Bullshit. It's Diddy. It's Bad Boy. Like,
no, it's Love Records.
Bullshit. Like, stop lying. Stop lying to me.
He said it himself.
Stop lying to me. Stop
Love
it.
Records. Nigga.
Stop lying to me.
Dedicated to just R&B. That's why it's not Bad Boy. It's just for R&B artists. Brand new R&B artists.
When has this nigga succeeded in R&B? Long term. Not one-offs, not one albums.
Well, that's what he was using as an example, is that all of his music has always had R&B in it.
Nigga, if he don't get the fuck on with who, first up, Timbaland need to stop answering the fucking phone when Diddy called at 6 o'clock in the morning and he got a bottle of wine in his hand. Stop answering the phone, Tim. You gotta
answer the phone when Diddy call you at 6 a.m. with wine in his hand, nigga. You got to.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You do.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. You know
you
why?
Want to talk some serious shit.
Why? Because if I'm Tim, I just woke up at 4 and just got my workout in, nigga. I'm drinking a protein shake at 6. Why the fuck are you drinking wine?
Because he got done working out at 5, nigga. He was already up. He done with that part of the day already.
No, he's no. He ain't been to sleep yet. He just came from Quincy Jones' house.
Or
he just came from Quincy Jones.
You know what happens when you go to Quincy Jones' house?
You know, yeah, you up for like at least 3 or 4 days straight, nigga. Fuck him. Fuck the Mexican party that Cat Williams was talking about. That's Quincy Jones' party.
Nigga. Yeah.
Like, the only one that rivals that.
Got shit on Quincy when it comes to that.
The only ones that ever rivaled that was Rick James. Rest in peace to the day. Rest in peace.
Facts.
You up for 7 days straight, just drinking and partying. And it was like, yo, nigga, like I gotta go. I got some shit I gotta do on Monday. And this nigga look at you straight in the face, like, nigga, it's Thursday. And like, what are you talking about? You missed that shit. You might as well stay. And you just like, man, ain't got a spare room in the bathroom, nigga. I don't see why not. There you go.
Doing that shit. Fuck it. Why not, nigga? Go ahead.
Right. And like I kind of missed out on well shit. If it's Thursday and then Tuesday, I missed out on fucking a bitch in purple bikini. I guess I can round myself right back around. Here we go. Come on, bro. Like,
oh no,
Diddy clowning. Diddy clowning. Diddy is straight up clowning. I'm gonna say Snow Alleged.
I'm an R&B
that nigga.
artist.
That nigga is clowning.
If I'm an R&B artist, and Diddy tell me he doing Love Records, I gotta ask myself: does Diddy know what he's talking about? Does Diddy know what he's doing? Hold on. Does Diddy know what he's doing? Is Diddy experienced? Is Diddy the one? Is Diddy the one that slapped that all them samples on them Biggie records, nigga? Is he the one? He is. He is. You know what that means?
Fun fact.
Signing the Love Records, goddamn.
Fun fact.
Signing the Love Records.
Fun fact for that ass. Fun fact for that ass. Probably
the
only
for the 2000s.
The only motherfucker to really feel a whole we're not saying get signed and drop an album. We're saying fulfill a whole bitch from Bad Boy Records or being signed to Diddy was fucking French Montana. So you telling me all the fucking sudden out of all the R&B acts, all the rap acts, everything that you had, did bitch, you could have signed Usher, you didn't, did this. That if I'm an R&B artist, that I should put my career, the soul of what I do to Sean Combs. I love Diddy, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
I would.
Bullshit. You know, like, this
Love Records. I'm gonna give them a chance.
You ain't never coming out, bro.
I'm the first nigga coming out. That's the only way I'm signing it.
First off, nigga.
I'm the first nigga coming out the gate.
it's taking you pretty much almost a decade to drop your last like from your last project to now. It is almost been a decade. Or a decade till now. It's been about 10 years.
Not exactly.
You ain't gonna come out until 2032 if you sign to Diddy.
Nigga signing to Diddy.
Certain people don't need to be at certain places. Look at Charles Hamilton.
Pretty bad. I'm not gonna
look at Charles Hamilton.
If I signed a bad boy, that would be bad.
Look at Charles Hamilton. Charles Hamilton got slapped by a chick that he disrespected in one place. And you know why? Like, and the downfall of that was he was signed to fucking G Unit.
Yeah.
You can't be signed to G Unit and disrespecting shit, man, and be disrespecting anybody and then get slapped and that destroy your career.
Yeah.
But it did. It happened.
It was the way it happened, though. It wasn't that it happened. It was the way it happened.
On Blood
That's
Gang,
really what that was.
On Blood Gang Black Tino Jesus.
There's video.
On Blood Gang Black Tino Jesus. I'm letting a little story time from with Ortega for this. I got put on to my homie Rael to Charles Hamilton. He's the one that put me up onto that. I was like, all right, this nigga on the mixtape tip. I'm like, all right, this nigga doing it. All right. I'm like, he need to get signed somewhere. This nigga could make some good music. If you get a producer they can run with, shit gonna be fire. He needs to get signed to G. The reason why I knew this is because my cousin, Mark, we all know Mark, shout out to him. He had the album on his Xbox. And I was like, where the hell you get this shit from? He was like, my mom's had it. I'm like, oh, they got signed. He dropped an album. Who he signed to? G Unit. I was like, oh,
okay.
I was like, why? And the only reason I said why, because I was like, oh, that's not him. That's not him. He's not G Unit. He ain't never been shot. He been robbed a couple of times at school for show. He ain't never been shot. He the Mark. What's happening right now? What's happening? I listened to the album. I was playing the game. I think he was playing Tekken or some shit. And I'm like, yo, this shit booty me. What's going on? Then this nigga get smacked. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? And then 50 dropped him. I was like, oh, you fucked up.
Yeah, man, that's bad. It's real bad.
But if we saying somebody like a Star Trek would have got a hold of him after Lupe left, I think they could have done something with him.
He still would have got smacked though.
The smack still happened.
You're still not saving him after that. It's how the smack happened. It's not that he got smacked.
But if he is not
embarrassed that man.
She did. Shout out to her because she held her ass down. But if we talk about if Charles Hamilton gets signed to Star Trek as Lupe Fiasco leaves, then instead of G Unit, he can still get smacked. The music sound better.
Okay, back to this decade. Somebody came in right now, they wouldn't know what the fuck is Charles who. That's such an old reference. That's an old, obscure hip hop reference.
If you were in high school, when we were in high school, you know who Charles Hamilton was.
Not exactly, nigga.
Yeah, because he was the supposedly Lupe once Lupe fell off with lasers. It was like the second coming of that. And it was like, all right, cool, champion it. And he let us all down completely. Pretty much like that. That's that story in a nutshell.
That's an understatement, but yeah, pretty much. Back to this decade, like I said, nigga. Love records for the 2022 and beyond. Stop looking at me like that.
I ain't looking at you anyway, Nick. I'm looking at this joint that's so pretty. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this weed that's burning so eloquently as I spark this lighter because you're an idiot And
I am
no
no such thing, sir. I am no such thing.
Love Records. First off,
He didn't come up with the fucking name. He did.
I'm taking your whole Vengers card away. I'm taking it away.
Fuck
I'm taking
you.
it away. I'm taking it away.
You
don't need it.
you aren't in charge of that, motherfucker. You didn't give it to me. You can't take it away.
I'm closest to you. I'm closer to you. Whole Fury told me to take it from you because you tripping.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. You tripping. You tripping. How you?
No, he didn't. You're a lie.
Hove told me to ask you himself.
Show me.
Himself.
Show me. Give me his phone number. Show me.
Himself.
Show me.
We got to communicate like that.
It's not how that works. I'd have heard.
It is.
I'd have got the call.
Nah.
That's not how that works.
Are you the pod guy?
No.
Exactly. So
Hove neither is Hove.
Yeah, but Hove is one of the guys. He's a guy of Brooklyn. And,
I feel like somebody might feel a way about that statement, but okay.
Can you really argue it though? No.
I'm sure somebody can.
Not realistically, no.
Jazz.
But no. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I made you, nigga.
Stop it. Like, stop it. Solange said stop it. And she beat his ass. She beat Hove ass, bro, in the elevator, but he didn't fight back.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
You didn't fight back.
You gonna get yours revoked. Keep on. Watch your
mouth. He took that ass whooping. He took the ass whooping. What's he gonna do? He gonna fight Solange, bro?
It's the Rock.
How we looking at Hove? How we looking at Hove? If Hove knew some shit was up, and B's sister come at him, and he attacked back.
He wasn't supposed to attack back. He just gut punched her one time.
No,
light tap.
See that's how I know you wasn't in on this whole God level shit. Yeah, that's how I know because Hove would have been like no, Cole, bro. Anyway.
Yo, how hilarious would that be if he did punch her in the stomach when he was getting attacked by her? Jay-Z actually punched Solange in the stomach.
444 wouldn't hit the same. 444 wouldn't. It wouldn't. And he knows. He knew before he knew. He like this is not going to hit the same if I punch it back. So he took that ass whooping. That's all I'm saying. He took that on the chin. He knew. It is like, yeah, I got
shit.
Fucked up, bro. Like I kind of. If she spaz out, can't really do shit.
Bro.
It's all over then.
All you can do is just stand there and take it, really. But if he gut punched her, 444 might not hit the same, but you wouldn't be able to blame him because it'd just be like, take that. Chill out. Relax.
You know who would have done
like
that?
12 blows.
You know what
he was like he was in a boxing match, nigga.
Yeah, but Diddy would have punched her. Because he would have said
exactly. Diddy would have hit her with a fucking Ciroc bottle.
Exactly what you said. Exactly what you said. He would have been take that. Just like Diddy be on. And no slander against Diddy. We're not gonna do Diddy like that. I'm sorry. I mean, I can't bring myself to do that shit. That's just disrespectful. I'm sorry, Sean. Diddy, like Combs, like I ain't disrespected Hove.
This nigga.
I'm not doing that. I refuse. Matter of fact, I might be Falcon of this whole shit. If Hove is Captain America, if he is Captain Brooklyn, who's Captain America is from Brooklyn, as a matter of fact. If he is from Brooklyn, I might be Falcon, bro. I might have to just hold that nigga down like that. Like, nah, fam, we can't. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I can't disrespect Falcon.
That's why I can't do it. The question.
I can't do it. I cannot do it.
I gotta
in my soul. Hove.
I gotta ask the question.
The answer is Hove. Hove better than everybody.
If Diddy hits Solange with a Ciroc bottle, she goes down. Fop. Beyonce goes into a frenzy. Does Hove attack Diddy?
Yes.
Is that the right move to make? Like,
No. No. It's not. It's not.
Because I wonder what that fight would look like. That would be a hilarious fight to watch.
It would be
but
the
it would
worst
be terrible
and
to watch.
best. It would be the worst and best moment in hip hop history.
It would be worse than
it wouldn't be the worst. It wouldn't be the worst because the worst
What
was the
better
Source
than
Awards.
anything?
The worst was the Source Awards when Suge disrespected Bad Boy in New York. That was the worst. That in my opinion, that moment in hip hop history shaped the next 30 years of hip hop. That moment right there.
Nah.
Bullshit.
Nah.
Bullshit.
Nah.
That was
I'm not giving that moment that, nigga. No.
Why not?
Because too many other things happen around it, before it, and during it than just that moment.
East
that
Coast,
led up
West
to that
Coast
moment
beef
being
doesn't
a moment.
happen. If there is a multiverse with it. East Coast, West Coast beef does not happen. And it's just a standard beef between Biggie and Pop for whatever reason, like because of who shot you joint and Pop getting shot. There is that universe where that happens, where it's just them two, not a whole Bad Boy, Death Row versus who shit. And in that universe, I guarantee more than likely both of them are alive to this point in age and time.
Probably.
Because they could have talked this shit out. But that moment shaped so much because it put down this whole rabbit hole.
So the media had nothing to do with that, huh?
Oh no, the media had everything to do with it. But what I'm saying is that moment, it's the juice that you give to it.
That was just niggas being niggas.
No,
why did it blow up?
No, on this real shit, on this shit. I'm a sports guy, so I admire sometimes coaching over who's really on the floor. Because if you can win with a bunch of shitty players, it's like, all right, cool. I respect what you do. But a smart coach, a good coach, whether you have good players, bad players, whatever, you would never overshine the next opponent. Because you don't want the opponent that's coming like of next week, next game, to know how bad you want to beat them in your soul. Yeah, we planning for them, just that and the other. They're a really good team. We go to fucking practice and it's, yo, you gonna eat these niggas' throats. This is what the fuck we gonna do. That's a whole thing. That Source Award shit was, yo, if you don't want all the producers dancing in the videos and all this shit, whoopty whoop 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 whoop, come at Death Row. That was a point straight to Diddy. He didn't have to do that.
But that was Suge being Suge, though.
It was Suge being Suge. He could have just took the award, but appreciate it. Come to Death Row if you want to make money. You didn't have to insult Diddy and Bad Boy at home.
But that was the point, though.
You didn't have to do it. But what I'm saying
is that moment.
But that moment fueled the Tupac Biggie shit. And if you got two captains from two squads going at each other who have some reason to be beefed out in their heads, or at least one of their heads, or at least enough to push a beef and shit, and you got the almighty presences of the two coasts, yeah, you have a war. Because now you the controlling forces. The controlling forces of radio and hip-hop at that time was West Coast and East Coast rap.
You sound like a bad
Outkast
documentary.
These are facts. You asking me about the old shit.
Yeah, but you're just saying beats of what happened, nigga. The things that ended up fueling it was way more than just the Source Awards.
That was the prime moment. What I'm saying is the media did pimp that. I didn't say that it didn't. The media pimped it to a whole nother level. But if the whole
that
thing,
street shit that was never reported on, a lot like
yeah,
there's a lot more shit than just
there's a lot
come
more
to death row,
yeah.
fuck you, Diddy. Like it was a lot more than just that.
Yeah, it was a lot of shit to it. It was a lot of shit to it. But amongst a lot of other variables, I'm not gonna go into the whole thing, and that's a whole podcast in itself. That moment led to Biggie, Pac getting killed. That led to the births of what came after that, and the fame and the failures of some of the people that came after that, and turfed off this whole thing.
All capped off by Solange beating up Hov in the elevator.
I don't. You know what? If I'm gonna say anything anti-Hov, and I don't even think it would be anti-Hov, maybe Jay wouldn't have been with B when that happened. Like when I mean, like no, I'm saying like is when they linked up, like originally, because Jay was really close with Biggie. Mm-hmm. Biggie was out here. Like he had the whole wife and kid and everything, was still like wilding. Now, it is a possibility if them two niggas was that close, you having that much fun. Y'all both at the primes of your careers, early 2000s. Let's say both of them are alive. When B come along, Jay might still just be in a party mindset. She might have just been one chick that he linked up with or had like some time with at a one point in time and moved on.
Never know.
You never fucking know.
Hip hop conspiracies. How did we spin that into that?
Shit, I don't know. Like, but anyway, hold that.
Don't even get Blue Ivy. So really, Suge Knight is the whole reason.
Yeah, Suge Knight is the reason why like hip hop is terrible the way it is today. Suge Knight.
I was gonna say why Hov has kids, but all right.
That too, nigga. Suge Knight is the creation of hip hop today.
We know Kanye, none of these niggas without Suge Knight saying fuck Diddy at the Source Awards.
I really don't think there would be a Kanye with Suge Knight. If Suge Knight is like free and like powerful, is just if Suge Knight and P. Diddy both exist in the same realm at the same time right now today, like in the same kind of like competitive state, no, Kanye would have never made
it. Jay still would have brought him on. You still get him running in the Rockefeller.
Big probably would have told that nigga like, "Yo, I don't think you should do that shit with that nigga."
I don't know if you need Kanye
or Diddy.
Hip hop, if you still got Biggie and Pac alive and Death Row thriving, and I don't know if you need Kanye.
If Big was alive, we would have got the commission. Like we would have had Biggie, Diddy, Jay, all in the same room. Dame would have been there too. If the conversation is like, yo, there's this nigga from Chicago. He a little eccentric, a little weird, but this nigga got some talent. What's good with it? Kanye, Diddy would have probably said like, yeah, man, yeah. Big probably would have said like, nah. Dame was saying, nah. And Jay was in there. Probably wouldn't have Kanye with out like if Biggie was here.
I think that's a reach, but yeah.
I was like, look, if I was in that position and shit, and we was on some commission shit, and it was, all right, should I sign this artist? I'm kind of on the fence. The rest of y'all niggas like, yeah. One nigga say, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Speaking of commissions, this is a great segue, actually. Speaking of commissions, what do you think the Warner Brothers Commission had to say to get the Flash back in this timeline. Because this nigga been trying to race through other timelines and children and people wallets and everything.
This is the
I
last.
didn't even see the apology. What is it?
This is the last sense of desperation by WB to salvage what they can of this movie so they can release it.
They pushing Aquaman 2 back again.
No, it's gonna get canceled.
They wait because they were going to reshoot. Yeah, they were going to do the reshoots and shit. They pushed that shit back now because it don't even make sense to go put more money into the Flash and Aquaman. They like just get this shit out.
Yeah, but pay attention to it. Pay attention. So as I've been advocating, like, yo, you have some pieces that you can salvage, pick that up and run with that to make your universe. Batman 2, for sure, got a renewal, like, or Batman, the Batman got a sequel. So the Batman 2 is coming. That's a for sure. Do we have a date?
Yeah, they're not
nope.
canceling Batman.
No. Do we have a date? Nope. Do we have
Matt Reeves open deal? He can come with any idea.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, do they have a date? Nope. Do we have a plot? Nope. All we do know is that's for sure what they are gonna do. Shazam, in my opinion, I didn't see the first one. Anything that I have seen of the first one, because my wife watched it, she told me that shit was ball sack. From what I seen of her watching it, it looked like it was ball sack. I think for sure, they know Shazam ain't enough of a character for us to bring this nigga in and make him so fucking valuable to the universe that we making to where it makes sense for us to continue doing it. So if it does bring a value, we can relight it.
Right.
But if not, we can push it out until the point that we figure out what we're doing, and then we cancel. Same thing with Aquaman. Think about it. Like I told my wife this. Think about this. They didn't renew. They haven't even been in discussion for another Wonder Woman, which to me means you're gonna scrap Gal Gadot as being Wonder Woman, which is okay, because if you're gonna redo this whole thing, and if possible, keep Robert Pattinson as being the Batman in the universe that they plan on creating, this is gonna be a 10-year at least bid in as far as making movies and dedication to just that character. Gal Gadot's like 30, like late 30s and shit. She got like a family and everything like that. To do another 10 and reset everything that she was already on for 2 already movies that just came out, you might want to redo this. So we're gonna keep her off to the side and just not say nothing about nothing and just keep that open. You can't have the Justice League without Aquaman. Pushing Aquaman out, but you already had that problem with Amber Heard dumbass. So it's like, all right, what can we do with that? Push it off until we can decide what we want to do with it. But if we can make this shit work with Ezra, we can get a little bit of cash back. A little bit. We're not gonna recoup. We're not. Spend $500 million on this shit. We're not gonna recoup that. That's over. But if we can get something, count the loss as a tax break, and we're gonna funnel the money that we do make into what we're going to keep doing. But I don't think it's gonna make it. I don't.
What did he say in the apology? What made the what did that's what I'm saying. I want to know what they said to him to make him apologize and what the fuck he said.
No, he went to them in apology. He went to them in apology to express how apologetic he was about how the events and things that he's going through mentally and socially and within his health issues. And I'm not downing anybody that does, but I think his shit is bullshit.
I want to read this shit.
That he's at, like he realizes that the things that he's done has been a detriment to the project, and did not want to bring any shame or discredit what WB and the Flash and the character and everything like that. And he wants to work past it, depending on like no matter what they do, as far as keeping him on or not, just to make the movie come out. It's not gonna make it.
I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. Having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have began ongoing treatment.
It must be good to be white.
I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life. Wow.
It's good to be
Ezra.
white. It's good
That's
to be
all
white.
it take.
It's good to be white.
I ain't even saying that.
America.
I'm just saying that's all it take, dog.
Fam, if this was Idris Elba, he would never be working in the fucking industry again. Don't play.
You rob people, my nigga. You ain't really rob them. But I mean, like, you nigga, like you.
Juicy Smollett. Really staged a whole MAGA hate crime act. He ain't never gonna work in the industry again and get a serious fucking and get a serious chance. And he really went to prison for like 3 days for it. But like his whole shit, that shit dead. That's gone. That's dead. You think, and for sure, because this dumbass nigga ran, he gonna get found guilty in the shit, whether he go to prison, does probation, or whatever the fuck. He gonna get found guilty in the dumb, weird, nasty shit that he been on. So,
how many of these things has he gotten charged with? Because they've been looking for him to charge him, right? How do you make this statement and not turn yourself into the police? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many questions I got. That's why I'm like, wow, really?
Will Smith smacked Chris Rock on the Oscars, and we try to turn this nigga into public enemy number one. Not
you said his career was over. You said it yourself. You said his shit was done. You said his shit was fucking done, son.
As far as the Oscars loving him, yeah, that shit dead. That shit dead.
Still don't believe that. But
no, he can still do a fucking great movie. He can still do a blockbuster. I'm not taking that away.
I don't believe the Oscars not gonna forgive him.
Oh no,
nigga, ain't no fucking way.
Like that shit, that part, like I believe that like that shit for him is over. No. But he can nigga, especially if he produce and make a movie that's his own. Like yes, if he shines out in that bitch, like motherfuckers gonna see this Will Smith, nigga. You know, you're not gonna go see it. But is it gonna win that Oscar? No. Is he gonna get the Golden Globe? Maybe not. I don't know. Them like that gate is them gatekeepers is ugly and mean. Let me put it like that. They some trolling ass niggas. So it's like
I doubt if he never wins another one. I highly doubt
Oscar.
That. But that's why I say wow. That's another reason I say wow for Ezra, because you niggas tried to crucify that man for doing something on live TV. And to some degree still are. But this nigga ran around for over a year and a half. Didn't nobody send no squad after this nigga. Didn't nobody. What is he doing? Just hanging out in Wisconsin or some shit, or wherever he been at? Like
Vermont or some shit.
Vermont is some weird ass, not weird, but you know what I'm saying? Some place that don't a lot of people be at. Like, you been hanging out. He been on the run in the same way I am. I'm right here.
Look,
I ain't been doing that shit though.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like your crimes is not like it. What if considered?
It's not the type you would chase a nigga.
Yeah, I would say your shit is considered crimes. Like that nigga has done crime. Like nigga, like what the fuck? Like what?
Like that boy is committing violent felonies. Like
you got somebody else's wife and baby mama and shit with her kids in your crib, nigga. With drugs and guns. First off, drugs, guns, and bullets, nigga. You driving around the country talking about how you are in fear from the FBI and the KKK, and the KKK had to come up with a statement like, "Nah, that wasn't us."
We ain't looking for your little ass.
Well, like, what the fuck? Come on, bro.
I don't even know who you are, little nigga.
Like, what is we talking about here?
I just,
But
it's amazing
his
to
shit
me.
over.
It's amazing to me that he can. He was one of them niggas that everybody saw in the movie and was like, hey, this dude's dope. Gave him the opportunity. I knew when he was the Flash in the fucking Justice League, I knew it was something off about that boy. I just couldn't put my finger on it.
You sound like every old nigga in the world having this conversation in a barbershop. There's something wrong. I knew there was something wrong about that, nigga. Like, shut the fuck up. You ain't know
I
shit
knew
was
there was
wrong.
something wrong with that boy.
As soon as I seen him, so I laid eyes on him. I was like,
He was
something
too
wrong with that
excited
boy.
to play the Flash from the start.
Look,
He let that shit go to his head.
look, you a wild ass, crazy, out of control ass mental nigga, which he is.
He let that shit go to his head.
Let it go to his head for sure, for sure.
Nigga said, I'm the Flash. I'll rob your ass.
When I keep saying
and
it,
dip out real quick.
it must be great to be white because Will Smith do this shit. It was just Alba do this shit. John Boyega do this shit. That's not happening. They sending a SWAT team for his ass.
I think John Boyega and Idris might be able to get away with it though. They British. They might be able to get away with it.
Nope.
Yeah, they can just say, you know, they come from that rough part.
Idris' best role is playing a gangster in Baltimore in The Wire. Nah, they taking him. They taking him, bro. DJ equipment and all. They taking all of Idris out.
No, you can't take.
Yep, they taking. They sending a SWAT team for his ass. John Boyega too.
You know what they can't take from Idris Elba? His bars, nigga. He do shit because he can. You looking at me like you ain't never heard Idris Elba rap. And like he may not have bars. Nigga. Like the man got bars. He a beast, no pun intended.
Shut up. Like that's all I got for you. Shut up.
I'm just saying, man. I think the boy is he's obviously dead at this role, but I just want him to put the movie out. I don't know how he's gonna act the next 8 months until it does, but I really just want the movie to come out.
I will be one of those people that I'm gonna say right now. Movie comes out, movie don't come out. If a movie don't come out, I'm saying I told you so. If movie does come out, I'm not gonna watch it.
I just wanted to come out and have Michael Keaton. That's all I want. It's only two things I want from the movie. I don't even care if it's good. I just want to see the movie with Michael Keaton as Batman play out from start to finish. That's all I want to see.
I don't care.
I want to see. I don't care how it fits in. None of that shit. I just want to see that.
Like, Currency had a bar on spring cleaning shit too. He was like, niggas holding on to their album so long that like when they drop that shit, they don't even care. And at this point,
that's a fact.
At this point, for the Flash movie, the universe that they don't have set up and cohesive, the shit just away from shit. But shit just away from him. I don't care. Him adding on to the fuckery that I know that is already occurring, I don't care. So for me, it's gonna drop. If it does drop, it will surpass me. Like I don't care to see it. I don't care about it. If you can't tell a story, you can't tell a story. If you can't tell the story right or do it justice, you can't do the story right or do it justice. Either way, no matter which way you flip this bitch, like up, down, side to side, or diagonal, they don't have one. It's in like what like what I'm gonna say. What they're gonna get back is gonna be an initial investment. The movie itself is a tax write-off because they're not gonna make anything in comparison to what they already spent.
You see, they considering burning Batgirl, so they ain't got to pay taxes to store it. No, they already canceled it, but they considering burning the film, like the actual film. They're gonna like make sure it doesn't exist, so they don't have to pay taxes to hold it. Like they came out that they were actually like thinking about doing that shit, so it won't even be in the vault. They just gonna get rid of all the footage.
They did a screening for it for cast and crew. Was today's Friday, so I think Wednesday, but they did a screening for it for those that were a part of making the film so they could actually see it. Right. And because they really wanted to see it like completely done. And it was already
if you working on a fucking movie.
And it was pretty much about done. But like I said, like they don't have this whole shit together. They don't have a story. They don't have where they want to start. They don't have a middle. They just know they want to get to an end somewhere, but that's not how a story is told. You have to have a beginning, middle, end to make it. It may sound simple. It's not, because you have to make a beginning, middle, end. And when you have a multitude of characters, you have to, it's the beginning, middle, end is maybe 8 films, maybe 5 films.
They said they're looking for their Kevin Feige. They just gotta find him.
You know what? You don't really need that much, like, because Kevin Feige was there since the beginning. But what you need is that arc. You need that character. You need that story that's going to arc the rest of it. You can't force it.
That's what the Flash was supposed to do. But then Ezra wanted to start being a dickhead. That's what the movie was made for. Was to reset everything and set it straight so that we could go in a certain direction. That was the whole point. And then this asshole can't play it again.
I think that was like a cop out to compete with the fact that they're that Marvel is whole shit right now is the multiverse saga.
Well, yeah, they already said that. They said that nigga, that's not a secret. They said they're trying to do their own version of the multiverse. They already said that. That's what they're gonna restart their universe.
You haven't conquered the universe. So that's the point. Like, that's my point.
Because they were trying to. The point was to lead up to like a Justice League.
Uni is the root for one. Uni is the root for one, right? You haven't conquered a universe. How the fuck are you going to conquer a multiverse when you haven't gotten one universe right?
Because the Flash was going to set up the multiverse. That's why you have Michael Keaton's Batman. It was supposed to. They said it was supposed to build up. It's some comic book story with the Justice League where it's like Avengers Secret Wars, basically, where it's different versions of Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman fighting and Aquaman fighting each other and shit. That's what it was all supposed to. The reset was supposed to build up to like a Secret Wars, like an event, like the Avengers is doing with Marvel, basically. They want to do their own version of it. They shut that shit like twice the last 3 months.
But you don't have a start. You trying to arrive at the middle.
To be the Flash.
That's not a start. You trying to arrive like that's a middle, and you trying to arrive at the beginning. That you trying to make the
ending of the Flash is supposed to be the start. Nigga. That's how they've been building it, or not building it, but that's what they've been saying about the niggas that's been saying shit about the movie, that's seen it. The end of the movie is supposed to be the start of this. Whatever they doing is supposed to be the start of a whole new timeline. And then it's gonna go into a whole new thing. They're gonna bring back Superman, they're gonna bring back fucking Batman, they're gonna do all of this shit. Ben Affleck want to play Batman again, all that. So they're gonna try to build all of that shit together. They probably not gonna do that now, or they are gonna still try to do it depending on what the Flash makes. But nigga, that's what they said they're trying to do, is their own multiverse saga with all of that shit.
Nigga, Man of Steel came out 9 years ago. With that being said, just what I was saying about Gal Gadot. You got to dedicate 10 years to it, right? At the very least, if you're gonna be a main.
I don't know, nigga. Marvel putting out 2 Avengers movies next year.
It's not next year. It's the 2024.
Whatever. They putting out 2 that year. So, I mean, they basically closing off the multiverse saga in 5 years.
Or 2025.
4 years.
Maybe 2025. I'm not sure. But it's either 2024 or 2025. But to get to where they are, as far as a multiverse saga, nigga, you have all these shows and moments and like movies and shit throughout the whole shit to the build up to it.
Yeah,
this ain't the beginning. This ain't the middle. This ain't the end. This is kind of like this is like a middle point. So it's like
want to do the end though. They want to just do the movie version, so you just get the main beats. They're not trying to do the whole nigga. What is a Wonder Woman show gonna be? What the fuck is a Superman show gonna be? What the fuck is? I mean, you could do it.
That's why they movie them,
right?
But you have to dedicate this whole. Even with the guy that's running Discovery Plus, that's supposedly in charge of the shit now.
I thought he knew what he was doing. He don't.
I knew I knew he wasn't doing. He wasn't going to do this shit right. As soon as I read up on the nigga, and they was like, "Yeah, he does. He invests little to make a lot." Off the rip of that, I was like, that concept doesn't work in superhero movies. It doesn't, because CGI and effects, actors, costume design, fucking location, all that shit costs guapanese. And if you try to downplay that, and you try to take away from that, you're lessening your product. And the problem is that your competition is pushing 100% grade A Colombian white. You cannot come up with shit less than 98%, fam. Yeah. If you want to be successful, at least a successful B, you cannot come up with less than 98%. So the cheat nigga cannot be your savior. What Kendrick say, like dude at Disney Plus, and like said that he was gonna bring you DC, but he is not your savior. That's real. Like, for real, fam. Like, you can't get it done with that. You can already, if you watch the first Wonder Woman, you can tell goddamn for sure on God that it don't even have the same budget that fucking the second Iron Man had.
Yeah.
Fuck the second one. The first one. That's you can tell that there was more money behind the first fucking Iron Man, which was done mostly by the director Jon Favreau doing his own marketing campaign for the fucking movie. He had to do that himself to get that shit done. You have WB. You got the fucking Looney Tunes, and you didn't have put the same amount of budget towards Wonder Woman. You could tell the difference.
You can.
So if you gonna tell me like this nigga is like about making shit cheaper, the fuck am I gonna see the wires that's hanging from like that's holding the chick now? And you're gonna tell me, y'all, yeah, we just working on it because we gonna work out this unit. Bitch, make a story. Beginning, middle, end. That's it.
We gotta wait and see.
You will
like
see.
You said, at this point, you might be right. Shit, they might cancel it, but I doubt it. Unless he does something else, I doubt it. But
the question is now. The question legitimately is now. Will the tax write-off be more profitable than the release of this film? That's the question. That is really the question. And then as days go on, niggas ain't thinking about it right now because technically it's Saturday. Them niggas that was at WB is like smoking a joint right now is like, hey, fuck everything about work. I ain't trying to think about it. That nigga Ezra was in the building yesterday. I'm stressed. Like they not trying to think about that shit. But as days go on, and they got to come up with this budget for the marketing campaign and all this shit, and now they got to pay out of pocket. because they overspent their budget like 5 times. If we write this shit off, we might make $150 million back. Still not a whole
200.
North of that now. It's probably like around 300 million now.
Well, this is the updated one, so I don't know. It says it's been updated at least, but I don't know. I guess that's around 200.
Quarter billion. But we make, let's say, we make 100 million back. That's 100 million back we make off the tax write-off. What are our projections for if we release it? If we release it and we only looking at 85 million, I'm the first board member like, cancel this bullshit right now. Stop it right now. Because either way, we taking a hit. Everybody that's on the board at WB took a hit. Everybody. For Ezra. How much of a bad of a hit do we want to take? Is it worth it? Yeah. Is it going to become a cult classic? Probably not. So it's like, it's not going to be playing on TBS no time soon.
You got 10 months before it come out. You got to start marketing it at least in the next 2 or 3. By the end of the year, you're going to start marketing it by December, at least. Part of the reason they had to give him, or he had to apologize, whatever way it came about, is because you need a face to market it. We talked about that. You need a face to market this fucking movie. It's hard to just put this movie out.
Market that nigga.
Right. So it's I don't know. The question is, I want to see if they just gonna let it rock. Like if they just if he keeps his cool, right? Does he just go and do interviews and just when they ask him questions, or is it like very controlled? Like how is this gonna happen? How is this gonna work? How do you put this nigga's face on the trailer? And then people will still go see the movie. And there's a lot of people out there that are fast plans. I feel like it's gonna make the money back, but I don't know.
Flash will not and does not, even on the best day, with none of this shit happening. None of this. With none of this happening, does not make as much money as Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Iron Man, Captain America.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it does not do it. So the amount of money out the gate, when you compare it to the last DC movie that came out, which was The Batman, you're not going to generate that. It's unrealistic numbers for you. If it was like, if I'm looking, I'm telling the director, like, those numbers are unrealistic for you. You're like, because of the character that you have. Like, there are Flash fans for real. Like, there are those people.
Yeah.
But motherfuckers really don't give a fuck about Captain Boomerang and Gorilla Grodd and shit like that. As far as villains, so your villains really aren't that popular as much either. They're not Lex Luthor or the Joker or
nobody even really knows them.
Right. Like you don't, that's not you. You feel me? It's not Reverse Flash. Like, no one gives a fuck about Reverse Flash.
I think Reverse Flash is supposed to be the main bad guy, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Look, that character, as far as villain, does not even do. If Mr. Freeze drops in the Batman 2, that shit's doing numbers. Just because you ain't seen that villain, you haven't seen that villain done live since Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And people are showing, like, I'm not even asking for it. I just want another just good Batman movie. That's all I want.
Oh no, they need to put Mr. Freeze.
I agree, but Twitter been going dumb crazy. Like, oh, Mr. Freeze, like give us that one. Like they going crazy for that.
We need that.
Right. Mr. Freeze is doing more numbers than fucking Reverse Flash. So like, so if we gonna have that conversation, regardless of any of this Ezra shit happen, your numbers as far as expectancy are already have to be low. Now, because everything that does happen in reality, they're very, very high. Because now we overspent. We didn't pay for this movie twice, 3 times.
Pretty much.
And it's like we know we're not gonna make it back. What's the best situation? We can't put this nigga outside and market him. He can't go to the fucking Breakfast Club, nigga.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I want to know how much does this apology save that? Because you're still not playing it again. But like, I just don't.
Because public perception is everything. Because now it's not a controversy around the character or the studio or the movie itself per se that is a delay or the reason of any mishap. It's you. So if you go into these interviews, they're going to be asking questions about you, which so happens to be the main fucking character.
Yeah.
Like, no one is saying without, if he's not the Flash, if he's just an actor on a tangent, just that, an actor that we know on a tangent, the same, like it, the effect ain't the same, because it's like, all right, you come into the Breakfast Club, you just wilding. We can ask you about you. You ain't really promoting nothing.
Right.
It doesn't help you, but it doesn't destroy anything else.
Right.
This nigga going to the Breakfast Club, The View, wherever the fuck people go nowadays to promote their shit. They're gonna be asking him like, "Yo, fam, did you really kidnap that little girl?
No further questions.
Did you really have like kids around, like guns and bullets and shit, like and weed and shit, like for bro, like word? You did that?" DJ Envy asked Safari if that was his meat. Like, come on, bro. just like that. He's like, that's your meat? Like, what the bro?
I wonder what Safari been doing.
Don't.
We ain't talked about Safari in a long time.
I don't want to. But like, as I'm like, dog.
No, I mean, I feel you.
Like, you can't really put him anywhere to promote it. You can't put the face of your film anywhere that would not be a detriment to the film.
But you gotta try to, right? Like, you can't just not market the movie. How do you market the movie? You can't market it with the other Flash, nigga. You can't market it as, like, I guess you could do the revenge thing and just have a revenge trailer and it's marketed around Revenge Flash getting his shit off. But like, how do you
have two
present this shit?
You have two major moments where you can do a poll, almost on some political shit. And they actually, in my opinion, to my world, revolve around sports. Because these are the moments when most people are in front of their television on holidays or a specific weekend where the value of like this commercial spot is big.
Right.
Because it's supposed to come out like what, summer 2023 next year? Like June
23rd, 2023.
Okay. So the two moments for it is this. First one, and this is like almost like that dry poll. I think that's what they call it in politics. I'm not sure. But it's the first one. Thanksgiving Thursday. football, that's where that's your first one. See where you at. The approval of what people are thinking or whatnot. Drop a trailer. That's it. You don't even need to show the nigga face. Just see where you at. Where the approval is.
See, because YouTube views you get.
Because even on Thursday night Thanksgiving football in America, you have so many families, so many people that may not ever sit in front of a fucking TV screen for a football game. Ever.
Well, the first trailer did numbers.
But more...
The first trailer got a good reaction.
But that was before all the shits.
That was before the kids shit came out. He had already robbed them people.
Yeah.
Kids shit hadn't came out yet.
Exactly. That's the major one. But you see how it just goes. Because there's all these people that are just... Because these ratings are amplified. Because you got to think, more than half of America on Thanksgiving Day is watching an NFL football game. And most of these people...
It's not the Super Bowl, nigga. Not more than half.
About half. I would say about half. Because you don't even have to be a football...
A lot of people do watch it.
I'm about to say, you don't even have to be... Yeah, you don't have to be a football fan. And like, straight up, and be the owner of the household. Somebody that came to the party is like, yo, you got the game on?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, straight up, anytime. We know this. There's not been a Thanksgiving party in my lifetime where I have been
Nobody was
in
trying
the United States
football.
And there wasn't the fucking Lions game on.
Yeah,
but
that's a fact.
You know what I mean? There's been times where it's like, I've been one party and it's like the Lions, Green Bay, Bears, Lions, whoever. The next spot I go to, it's like Cowboys, Redskins, Cowboys, Eagles, whatever.
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there is a football game on in the United States where you were watching it or you see, because my wife ain't tuned to that shit.
Right.
My mother-in-law, that's Black Aunt Viv, she ain't tuned to that shit. Well, nah, I wouldn't even say that. She a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So, but like, they ain't really watching the game the rate me and the guys are. We watching it for the enjoyment of the game. They looking towards for the commercials and shit too. We really don't get that much of a fuck. We competitive about the game. It's us in my situation. But you might have 12, 16, 18 people in that living room watching a football game that would never be watching a football game. Watching these commercials on a normal Thursday or Sunday night. Yeah. Therefore, that's your first one. See how it goes. Your last one, your last real choice, and this is how it goes before you even cancel it, Super Bowl.
Right.
If you can make that shit float and it still has a high approval rating for wanting to be seen, that poll at Super Bowl, you should release it. If not,
if they don't do one for Thanksgiving, it'll definitely be one for Super Bowl. It'll be too close. But that's what I'm saying. I think
they should do two. I feel you.
You can't use with so much material.
Yeah,
so you gotta space it out.
But it's supposed to be like a 3-hour movie or whatever.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be long, from what I heard. It's supposed to be a long job. But if we talking about it like that, like you kind of have to not space it out, but really project this shit. Because if you dedicate all your money, and this is why I say like the one for the Super Bowl is really spoiled. Mm-hmm. Because if you take that money that you could do a first initial poll during the let's say the initial poll from the Super Bowl is just, Thanksgiving weekend is just terrible. Mm-hmm. Like ass me. You know you can pull the plug right now in December before it even gets to the point to where we're spending more money on a marketing campaign for it. You can already pull the cord and be like, all right, this shit, it's not going to work. We can save this shit take this as a loss for the quarter and the year. Write it off as on our taxes. We Gucci. But a Super Bowl spot just alone, and they say like, "Yo, we're gonna double down on the cash for the marketing campaign for the Super Bowl slot," and then you get the shitty news in the top of February when you 3 months and some change out from actually having to drop it. Now the shit hurt more because you can't even get that tax revenue back until the following year.
That's a fact.
So it's like, fuck.
They don't have
like,
time
that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, do the first one, see where you at. Next one, spend some bread, but don't spend all your bread. And then you have a real legitimate concept of it. That's WB. So it's like, they're not gonna make any sense. I feel like I'm making it. I feel like I'm making sense with it. But that's why I feel like if I worked for WB, I'd be fired. Because I'm be yelling at motherfuckers like, yo!
At this point, I feel like I could run WB better, nigga. Shit.
Well, I know I could.
It's a few companies I feel like I could run them better than the niggas running them right now.
That shit is madness over there. That shit is absolute fucking madness. Did you hear the
restructure some shit? Like what?
Did you hear any of the Khaled album?
No, I didn't.
You did not hear
surprising, right? No, I didn't hear a whole verse or M verse.
Oh my god, that whole verse, bro. That's verse of the year, bro.
I saw the lineup.
Playing with me, bro.
And I was like, oh, okay.
I'm saying we coming right back to Hov, bro. We coming right back here. Bro. Dog, that nigga. That nigga need to stop rapping like that, bro. Like that. Like for real, like and not
don't amp it up for me. I'm gonna expect too much. Don't amp it up for me.
No, it's everything. It's everything.
Don't amp it up.
It's everything. It's everything. It's everything. Nigga, it's everything.
Because I saw the lineup, so I was like, I know niggas is talking on this.
Nigga, it's everything. It's everything. Nigga. I'm not playing. It's everything. Like, bruh. He better than everybody, bro. He better than everybody. I'm like, I'm sorry, but Ho better than everybody. Like, he is better than everybody.
Well, M is on the following record, so I don't know.
I didn't listen to his verse.
Who, M's verse?
I didn't listen to that song.
Because of Kanye.
Yep. I was in the midst of cutting my hair at the time when I gave it the first initial listen. And like I'm like getting in there, you know what I'm saying, going through, you know what I'm saying, get my shit straight. And I hear the song start, and I'm like, well, that sounds like wait. Nope. Skip. And like, and I just finished my whole shit. I was like, wait, I know I saw a song with M supposed to be on that bitch, and Dre produced it. And I look at the track list on. Oh, song I skipped. Okay, never mind. Like I just don't look. Dre on it, on the production. M, Kanye,
and Khaled talking about another one.
Yeah, but I always feel a way about those type of records because I'm like, you really just purchased the record and just put the niggas that you wanted on the record on the record. Like, you really didn't do shit else.
So it's his record.
It is his record, but he didn't, like, he kind of like purchased it for the most part instead of
emphasis on DJ Khaled, nigga. Not rapper.
Yeah, but he
Khaled,
does produce.
Nigga.
He does produce sometimes, but it's just like sometimes. But that's just me. That's me.
You expect him to sit down and produce the entire thing? And come on.
I would actually respect him a lot more for it. Yeah. That's just me.
Why, when you could go the lengths that he goes to make such bigger records? His whole point is making them. Yo, can we talk about the cover?
No.
Yes.
But yeah, I guess you're going to talk about it anyway.
That is the most hilarious cover
of the year. Flat out.
The most disgusting cover I've campaign is seeing this motherfucker in a bathtub with titties out.
I
saying
did
God,
not see that. Wow.
Saying
I did not see that.
saying God did with bitches fanning them with leaves and shit, and then God did. And I'm like, yo, I feel you. God did. Like they didn't believe in us. Like I feel that. Like they didn't want to see us swimming in the biggest seas and oceans ever. I feel that. Like, but God did. Like I feel that. I feel all that energy.
I couldn't work with that nigga. I can do a song with him. I can definitely do a song on the album, but I could not like work with him like day to day working with. Oh my God.
No, I judge certain people that I could possibly work with in hip hop, if I were a rapper or artist, to how many stoners, like stoners, do I see you around? Like I don't see Wiz, Currency, Smoke Dizza, Method Man, yeah, them type of niggas. I don't really see them around Khaled like that. And it's not saying they're not cool with Khaled. It's like they just, that energy is not what they're on. And I feel it. It's like, yeah, like Khaled seemed like cool, like he seemed like a cool Florida nigga, but I don't need.
Would you spend the night
energy
at his house?
No.
That's my point. That's kind of my point.
I ain't spending the night at no man's house. I'm sorry. Like,
if he your homeboy,
like even if I'm at Hope's house and I'm fucked up, I'm going home still.
If you, like I said, even if it's your homeboy, if you can't spend the night at the motherfucking crib, if you have to comfortably, that should tell you something. I feel like
no, I'm gonna be afraid if I wake up in the morning. Like when I wake up in the morning, he's just gonna be in the backyard and doing some type of dance and shit. God did
some weird shit.
And I'm just like, yo, I drank like a whole case of Bel Air Rose. Like, why the fuck am I looking at this shit? Like at 8 a.m.
Like, oh, you up? Nah, get up. Yeah, it's another day. It's another one. Get up.
Ortega, we making millions. I know, but we making millions at 11 o'clock and after breakfast, my nigga. We ate breakfast at 4, nigga. I went to sleep at 3:30. You couldn't be a helpful nigga and keep me up for an extra 30 minutes, bro. I wouldn't feel like this.
No, nigga, no. You shouldn't have drank a case. Nigga. And I knew you needed that sleep, nigga.
Like, bro, like, no, I don't need. I needed the eggs, nigga. That's what I needed.
I needed an omelet, nigga.
You bought a bag after this?
I had to secure the bag, nigga.
No. How, nigga? Did you sleep?
No, nigga. Gods don't sleep, nigga.
Nigga. I saw you drink 5/5 of an Anejo last night. You can't tell me. I'm leaving after that. I'm gone. You're not human. And like, all right.
Matter of fact, aside, bring me another one.
No, I'm gonna aside. You better not bring your father another one. That is child endangerment. What are you doing?
Have a toddler stroll in with a 5th of Patron.
Little nigga look at you while he handing it to his daddy like, God did. Like, no, he didn't. No, he did not. No, he did not, Lil Asad. No, he did not. God did not tell you to do that. No. God is telling you, God is looking at you right now and is telling you, no, bad. Bad Aside. Bad, don't do that. It's Clinton in the Oval Office. Bad. Like, bad. Stop doing what you're doing.
Oh, my God.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like Hove got the album, like has a whole verse of the year off that shit though.
I believe it.
Like this nigga, I'm gonna feel
now
very.
That you say
I'm
that,
selfish. I'm selfish. I am selfish. I'm gonna tell you right now. That verse is so cold. If he don't drop an album this year, I'm gonna feel like he just let me down a little bit.
well, they say it's coming, so
it's gonna be the best thing ever, bro.
They say it's coming.
It's gonna be the best album ever.
So
like
it's
gonna like when I heard the verse, like the first time half listening, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, this nigga, what? this nigga rapping like he knew, like he just left the studio and he saw Nas was rapping. Like he didn't even hear what Nas was saying. Like he was just like, oh shit, Nas in there, bitch. he think he the only one out here. And he went into the next studio and did that, and then sent it to Cali as a one-off.
See, you say verse of the year, but M is on the same album, so I gotta see because I know M must have been spitting. You didn't listen to it, so you don't know.
No,
I know M must have been spitting because I'm sure he knew Jay was gonna be on the album. He not gonna let a nigga out rap him. Not on the song. I don't know about it, if he knew it on the album how that was gonna turn out, but I know he's not out rapping. I know he's not out rapping Kanye. Like he's definitely out rapping that nigga. Like
from the part that I heard about accident, he was on his Jesus is King shit.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah, I figured from the title of the song, it was probably like a kind of a gospel record type thing. And I know he's not doing any songs where there's cussing on it. So that's another thing I thought was interesting. I was like, okay, so Emmett, okay, that's dope. If you notice, it's like the only clean song on the album, or like one of the only clean songs on the album.
If I can look at someone with a lyrical vocabulary to not swear on purpose.
Oh yeah, if you don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah. Eminem and Hove.
Yeah.
It's nice. Like
probably wouldn't have a hard time.
Yeah. These niggas are smart enough. You know what I mean? Like you don't really have to swear. You just doing it because it's simpler. But yeah, it would be them, but I'm not listening to the song because fuck Kanye on every plane.
Man, fuck out of here. Oh, I didn't tell you. I have proof that I'm not a Republican. Fuck you.
That's a lie.
Right here. Damn it. Right here. Right here. I am a left libertarian in the fourth quadrant or some shit like that.
You took an online quiz?
What?
And you took an online quiz, and that's your proof. That's your proof. That's your proof.
I took a quiz on the political compass, and apparently, I am more. Who is on here?
You are a Republican. Stop lying to me.
I'm like more. Where is this nigga at? I'm like more Nelson Mandela /
bullshit
/
bullshit.
Ludwig von Miss.
Bullshit.
Hey.
Stop lying to me.
Hey.
Stop lying to me, bro.
Hey, that's what the people say, nigga.
Stop lying to me.
So you know I could easily run for president off that.
You know what, bro? You really turning
Milton Friedson, Frederick Hayek, yeah, nigga.
You really turning into Manolo real fast because you just lying to me straight to my face.
Gandhi, Bernie Sanders.
No, that's not you. No. You lied on that whole fucking survey.
I didn't.
You a lying ass nigga. That's wild. No.
So, I didn't know.
No, that's bullshit. That is bullshit if I've ever heard it in my life.
Then you can call it what you want.
Then who the fuck am I? Fred Hampton?
I don't know. Go look it up. Fred Hampton isn't on the list, but maybe you'd fall on the same side as I'm on, probably.
Nah, he's not gonna be on that list.
I mean, they got
they gonna say your
your
application is non-applicable.
They got
Like,
Stalin,
no.
They got Mao, they got Castro, they got Trump, they got the nigga that's Boris Johnson, they got Joe Biden, they got Angela Merkel, fucking Amy Rand, Noam Chomsky, Emma Goldman, all these motherfucking historical figures that fall into extreme pockets of the political compass. So it's like, where do you fall amongst these people? I am this little red dot right here, sir. You see who that is right there? Mandela, Sanders, Gandhi. Yeah, nigga. Stop it.
That's a fucking lie.
I'm what is it? What's the word? I'm
a
guru,
Republican.
Nigga. I'm a guru, nigga.
No, you're not.
I'm for everybody. And
no, you're not.
All at the same time. Because it's all time. And what is time?
Endless nothing.
Exactly. So how could I be a Republican? How could you be either side? How could you be anything if you're nothing, but you're everything?
I'm a humanitarian. Doesn't happen to be a party about that.
You know who else was? Gandhi, Mandela, Bernie Sanders. I'd like to think is humanitarian, wouldn't you? I don't know.
You don't care about man.
I do care about woman though, which you kind of got to care about man by default, right? So you got to care about man by default.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
You have given up on humanity a long time ago. You've told me on multiple occasions.
Yeah, but you still got to deal with it. It's not like I can get around it. Just because I feel like I identify as a Super Saiyan doesn't mean anything. That's my new pronoun, by the way. I'm going to start writing that down on paperwork when they ask me at like doctor's offices and stuff, since they have to do it now. I'm going to put Super Saiyan.
You are at least 30 to 40 different levels of idiot that I did not know that you actually ever reached. But shout out.
What do you say when somebody asks you what's your pronoun, Joe? What do you say? Do you just answer he, him like a fuckhead? Sir. You just answered, you say a thing like a fucking idiot. Nigga, no, I'm a Super Saiyan. What the fuck do I look like?
Look, I know I'm a god on every plane on this motherfucking any universe.
You can
I am a god. Hey. Sometimes when you're a god, you sensible. And you're not putting down no shit like I'm a god.
Yeah, you have some fun.
You write down. If someone asks you for your signature and you write down, and someone asks you for your signature and you write down, I am a god, they gonna look at you like you a fucking MAGA supporter. What is wrong with you?
How I'm gonna tell you I'm Jesus if I'm Jesus if I don't tell you I'm Jesus?
Nigga, because you're not Jesus.
I'm not saying I am. I'm saying if I was. I'm not saying I am. I'm saying if I was. Because
you know you're not.
If Jesus came back, how he gonna tell you he Jesus if he don't tell you
he not Jesus? You, nigga. That's how you know.
Okay, that's also goes for 7 billion other people. So when he comes back, how are all of us gonna believe him unless he tells us who he is?
Have you shot guns at people in Grand Theft Auto?
Once or twice.
You are not Jesus, nigga. That's how you know. That's how
I didn't say if I was Jesus. I'm talking about if the actual Jesus, you see, you're missing my point. I'm talking about if the actual Jesus came back himself.
What color is he?
How will we know it was even Jesus if he did? We just
what
think
color is he?
That's
the first answer.
White.
That's not Jesus.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Mexican.
Probably not Jesus neither.
Okay, Asian.
Definitely not Jesus.
Middle Eastern.
Probably
My point
Jesus.
is, it doesn't matter, nigga. You're not gonna believe the nigga's Jesus if he's telling you he's Jesus. So how else would he be able to tell you other than show you that he's Jesus? If he couldn't show you, how else would he tell you other than telling you?
We got 3
If
trials
that was
right
like
now.
the rule,
We got
you had to
3
believe it.
trials right now. We got 3 trials to figure out whether you Jesus or not. I'm gonna one, very first one. I'm gonna shoot this nigga in the face. He volunteered for it. He ain't got nothing else better to do with his life. I'm gonna shoot him in the face. If you can bring him back to life, that's the very first trial. Trial number 2. If you
Redeem
can
my soul for shooting this nigga in the face.
No, like at this, no, he volunteered. I'm willing to
Still
shoot him
murder,
in the face. He volunteered. It may be murder, but like, look, his family get taken care of. Like,
that's not how that works.
it is in prison all the time. Anyway,
that's not how deities work, nigga.
Wood said, if possible, but believing Jesus is real, then yeah, he gonna be like, yo, you shot that nigga in the face. I'm like, well, you can bring him back, can't you? If you Jesus. So
I said he can't show you. I see that you adding shit on to what I said. Because we were talking about talking.
I was saying you have to prove I was saying you can't just tell me you Jesus. I knew a mental ass motherfucker, like completely mental, was in a home for a multitude of time. I went to church with him. He was like a cool ass nigga before he had his mental break.
When he had his separate him from the actual Jesus, if the actual Jesus could only tell you.
But when he had his mental break and shit, Shirley started coming back to church, and he had his whole revelation that he was Jesus and he was the next coming and this, that, and the whole 9. And we watched this whole shit, and I was like, oh.
Sound like he broke again, nigga.
No, that was the first time he broke. And it was so entertaining, but he was saying some shit, and I was like, oh, that shit makes sense. But it was just completely against the religion, though. Like, on all God, I was like, oh. And I wanted to ask the old lady next to me for a cigarette because I wanted one so bad. And I'm like, oh. Because it was crazy. It was crazy. That's all I remember. But then I went outside, and then the old lady had a cigarette. And I was like, yo, can I? And she was like, yeah, don't even worry about it. I ain't gonna tell your mom. I'm like, oh, bet. You know what I'm saying? And I smoked a cigarette with her. And she was just, and just walked off. She's dead today. But I'm sure she knows whether he was or was not full of shit. I do know for a fact he was full of shit.
So what would separate him and the actual Jesus if you just had to listen to them niggas tell you they Jesus?
Lithium. That was the difference, nigga. Yeah, if you want to ask that. Lithium.
Like the nigga on the lithium is not gonna tell you he's Jesus. Okay, so then what if you give both niggas lithium and then the other nigga is still like, nah, nigga, I'm Jesus. You just got me high.
Prove the game, bro. You gotta. I live my life by that. I'm not going to look at a bitch straight in the face.
You have to have faith.
I would never look at a woman straight in the face, and this goes down to my wife, and look at her in her face and be like, "Yo, I'm that nigga in the bedroom," and not be that nigga, not be that proven guy, not feel like and. No, because my like my jersey's hanging in the rafters in a multitude of bedrooms. I'm not gonna do that and I'm not gonna brag that. I wouldn't. It would be a lie. It would be false. I'm not that nigga. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm that guy. So if I come across the possible Jesus. Look, fam, you tell me you Jesus, it's cool. It's cool, bro. I smoke weed too. But second trial, I got this big ass gallon of Fiji, artesian water, straight from a place where they don't even have clean water. You have to go get this shit from the bottom of the ocean.
Can't turn it into wine because I can't show you my powers. You gotta believe.
Nope. I believe in weed though, and this shit make me feel good just like it make you feel good. You want to hit, and that's it. Like I said in the beginning,
just gonna be like,
I
all
know
my children is lost. What happened? All my children is lost.
Like what happened was you can't do shit, son. You like a pope with a dick. You can't do shit.
Popes definitely be fucking. I don't care what nobody say. Them popes be fucking them nuns.
The popes, I wouldn't say
God
so,
didn't say nowhere about nowhere you can't get no pussy. He never said that.
This is the reason why
dumbasses assumed it.
This is the reason why I'm a little leery on the pope. Pope usually be old as fuck. Pope dick don't work by the time like the nigga become pope.
They make Viagra.
Nigga, if Pope take Viagra, popes be so old if you take Viagra, you'll die.
That's not true.
Fam.
It's literally made for niggas Pope age.
Nigga. Pope ain't supposed to be having that type of energies. So it's like, so you telling me like I'm gonna give you this drug that's gonna make you have them type of energies, the normal type of energies, so you can act on those energies?
Yeah. If I'm 80, I'm still trying. If I'm the Pope, nigga, yeah, I'm trying to knock down something. Yeah.
Look, I'm telling you, if I'm Pope, my Pope dick don't work.
I'm not gonna do it in the church.
At 84, like 84, 86, like nigga, my Pope dick don't work. You can give me
84, 86. I'm trying to knock down a young nun, nigga. Nigga, fuck me and the Pope, nigga. 84, 86. I'm trying to fuck something at least 30.
You was sinning ass nigga. You letting down the whole church.
I got here.
Yeah, no,
if I'm 80, give me one of them little 30-year-old bitches. Just like fuck it.
They not like fuck it. I'm telling you straight up. They not like fuck it. They trying to get a life to Jesus and Christ, like the real Christ, the one that can really turn water into wine and shit. Not niggas that's trying to say like they can, but don't.
It's not that. It's just you gotta believe.
It's not about belief, nigga. Look, if you Jesus, if you are Jesus,
you gotta believe, nigga.
Fam.
Faith. Walk by faith, not by sight. You only talk about sight.
That's the biggest hunk of bullshit you can ever tell a human being.
It's in the Bible.
That's bullshit. like, that's bullshit. Like for real.
That's what they say.
Look, fam.
That's what they say.
That's some bullshit. That's bullshit. That's a hunk of horror shit.
If you walk by faith and not by sight, that's how you get the little tear in your eye like Khaled had on the album cover. Because God did it, nigga.
Episode 219, Non-Millennials Podcast. House of Spades Media. We love y'all. We respect y'all. I'm gonna respect y'all enough to not to cuss out my co-host, because that shit sounds like dumbass shit to me. But like, share, subscribe. Like I said at the beginning, somehow figure out a way to like convince your grandma to listen to like 100 minutes of this and shit. We love y'all. We start sending y'all free shit.
It's a possibility.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Hey, if God believes you can do it, you can do anything. And that goes for each and every one of us.
I am a God. And my godliness.
But you're not the God. So that's the one we're talking about.
Depends on
praying to you, nigga.
But
maybe lower level podcast.
I don't know.
I said, maybe lower level podcast. That's about it.
No, I think maybe if you podcast for real, any plane, it comes to my email. I just don't respond to that shit. I got like 4,000 emails in my shit. I ain't clean my shit out in like 2 months.
That's fucked up.
You
gotta answer your prayers, nigga.
Nah, I saw what Bruce Almighty did when he responded yes to all, and so you know what I'm saying, you got to read each one like individually. Most I just delete.
That's just wrong. That sounds like
It's
you
not.
the devil.
Nah,
that sounds like you the pod devil. Man. You pod Satan, man.
Possibly,
It's
but
that's just nasty.
I'm trying to help everybody. Just don't pray to me every day. Just don't do that. I'm sorry.
Imagine if God said that. Hey, nigga, only pray to me on Sundays.
Real shit. God really don't want you to pray to him every day. I'm convinced that. I'm like, there's no way. Out of infinite wisdom, love, respect, fear of God, the whole nine. He don't want to hear from your dumb ass every fucking day.
Yeah, you do.
For dumb shit.
Just giving thanks, nigga. Thanks for another day. Appreciate it. Thanks for giving
nigga, you was gonna live anyway. But appreciate it. Like, you was gonna live anyway. Like, nigga, your time ain't up here.
I don't know that, nigga.
Look, nigga, when I made this whole bitch that you spinning on, you was gonna die when you was 76. That's when you're gonna die. So like, don't wake up. Thank you, Jesus, for like, and God for a great day. You 34. Like, come on, bitch. Like,
imagine if God had mood swings like that. Just woke up some days like, what? What do you want?
What? It's breakfast, bitch. What?
Just woke the fuck up again. Niggas never stop.
These fucking lotto numbers are getting, bitch. That's why you lost again. That's why the fuck you lost again.
See, maybe schizophrenics. You ever think about this? Maybe schizophrenics, they hear voices and shit. Maybe that's just God hitting forward to niggas so he doesn't get overwhelmed.
I do believe people that are schizophrenic do have like a they're kind of like in the mid universe or the mid spirit realm.
Yeah, like they
kind of like they do
some other shit.
Yeah, and it's like kind of like you seen Doctor Strange and shit where it's that incursion where like two universes starting to blend into each other.
Yeah.
Whereas like you're in this spiritistic universe and the human universe at the same time, and that shit is conflicting with your mind.
Yeah.
Because realistically,
some level of some shit like that.
All these brain theories and shit, there is an unlock code in our brains to be able to heal ourselves.
Yeah.
But
I think for sure.
Yeah. But if you try to unlock that much power inside your brain, how aware would you be on that level? To someone that has a schizophrenia, it's just a brain disease. It really doesn't melt your brain or look like CTE or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it might be a level of consciousness. We might be able to, if we were able to access 100% of our brains, be in between universes.
Well, you know, Joey Badass said if you get sleep paralysis, you can fly. You just gotta train yourself.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
And nigga said I guess he likes to fly around the world out his body when he feels sleep paralysis, because that's like
he's talking about astral projection.
Yeah. He's like, that's really sleep paralysis is really a window into astral projection. So he's like, it's like a muscle. It's like if you train yourself to be able to kind of like work with it and don't get freaked out by it and kind of like embrace that feeling, he's like, you can just go. I'm like,
yeah, that's
either this nigga's really high or he's telling the truth.
That's a level of meditation. It's an actual level of meditation where you
but he's talking about sleep paralysis though. He wasn't talking about meditating and doing that shit. He's talking about when you wake up and you're stuck, don't freak out. Embrace it.
That might be his level of because meditation comes in different forms. Like that might be like when he
control sleep paralysis. That shit just happens, and then maybe you can control it when it happens, but you don't like control.
I think it's
when
sometimes,
it happens,
yeah. I think it's some points it is your brain can, if you've enjoyed that moment, will go back to when you need to like reset your body, like or reset your mind, like enjoy that moment. But that is a level of meditation where you can astro project yourself.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah,
it was the sleep paralysis shit that threw me off because the way he described it was, like I said, like you know how they say like the witch is sitting on your chest or some shit like that, that little weird shit. He's basically saying that, but astral projection. And I'm like, huh.
Yeah, I definitely believe in astral projection. I don't think I'm, me personally, disciplined enough to get to that level. For me, meditation is a standard decompression. Like when I get really upset, if I'm sad to a different level of my normality or whatever, I have to.
Right.
I have to just like get that shit off to clear mind, soul, and body to make the logical choice. I made a lot of dumb decisions based off impulse. It's not for me the best way to work in any way. So I decompress that. If I were probably like
that shit for sure.
Yeah, but if I were like a normal ass, like I have to meditate to get through like everything, just every single day, like super Shaolin about it. My dedication, willpower, I believe I could reach it.
Yeah.
But that's a whole level and shit. I believe it's achievable. You just got to be that type of person.
I think anybody can do it, but it's just taking that time to train yourself to do it and get to that space.
Yeah, like my best levels of meditation has been when I've been completely at peace. Like,
as most people,
I was completely safe. I didn't feel threatened, sleepy, tired, or I was just completely good.
I was listening to that
completely
nigga,
good.
Sad Guru. You ever seen him before? The Indian nigga with the turban, long ass beard, all gray hair. Anyway, he like a legit guru. He's Indian dude. And ran around for like 50 years, ran around the world training niggas on yoga and meditation and shit. Nigga said the crazy shit about yoga and meditation, like where they intersect, is most people don't know yoga isn't really learning a collection of poses. Yoga is really just finding one pose and making that the thing you meditate on, or basically making that your pose until you're comfortable enough to where you can fully relax and sit in that position or be in that position for, let's say, hours or so. And that can be like the thing you use to meditate. And it's supposed to like, it's a whole thing. But yeah, he was talking about kind of like that, where like how some niggas will like, so, like just certain like the downward dog position or something. It's the first yoga thing comes to my mind. That's like really comfortable for you if you super relax in that position. That's your meditative position. Some niggas will do that position and only that position for 10 years. And then that's the thing they do.
Yeah, like certain people's Indian style.
Into everything else.
Yeah,
that shit. That's
classic. Certain people's Indian style. That's what it is for me.
But to be able to sit there and be comfortable and like just sit and just not be bothered by nothing outside your body, like your body not aching, you're not twitching and moving, you're just sitting comfortable.
Sitting, meditate. I'm like, I'm on my mat. I'm on my mat, bro. Like I'm on my mat, and that's it. Like I just let everything just go. Get that balance. That's what I thrive. Maybe the Libra in me, but it's the balance. Like I have to be in tune with knowing what the fuck I'm doing. Even when I'm fucked up, I gotta know, yo, I'm driving, I'm doing this, I'm thinking, I'm doing this, I'm working, I'm doing this, like whatever. Like that level of focus. never letting something else, even though I'm under the influence of something, take more control over my mental than me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something to that shit.
Man, I think I don't know what I would do with 100% mind focus, but
that's why that movie
that's
Limitless
dangerous.
always fucked me up. That's one of my favorite movies for that
Yeah.
reason. It always made me think about that. We only access 10% of our brains. Nigga, what if you could access 100% of it? The fuck could you really see out here?
Like there's motherfuckers with just 12% that have what they call that shit? Photographic memory.
Yeah.
Like they could just see shit
in this, tell you everything about it. See that shit once or twice, and then they just remember the entire page.
The entire thing.
Like that shit would help so much if I had that shit like in school, bro. Oh, as much as I hated studying, if I could just go, yeah, I'm good. I'm done.
I think it was some shit I was watching on Disney Channel years ago. But one of the little niggas was trying to help this chick study, and he was like a little genius. And she was like, "All right, what's the first thing that I do? I'm like, try and pass this test." And he was like, "All right, open a book, turn to that page, look at the page." And she was like, "All right, what's next?" And he was like, "I don't know. Like, I just look at it and like I just take it in. I don't know what to tell you." She was like, "What? I'm supposed to learn something?" Like, no, I got photographic memory. I don't like. I can remember what's on the page. Can you not? Like, and she was like, "No, nigga, like I can't." Like, oh shit, I don't know how to tell you. Like, what to tell you then? Like, no, like I'm not the guy to tell you this shit. Then, like I know, just look at it, suck it in, boom, can just like come right out of my brain. So, and I think that was just like a real way of certain people can do that. Certain people can't.
Most people.
Like most people cannot. Yeah, you're right. Most people can't. But it is the game of. You know what I mean? Like our brains can only do so much, comprehend so much. You can learn so many languages, but eventually it's not going to make your brain any bigger or your capacity bigger. It's like that storage space of like, all right, this 1% is all language out of the 8% that you use. The 1% you got over here, all language. You got 16 languages, still part of that 1%.
Yeah. That's a fact.
You know, and it's like, that's heartbreaking, but it is what it is. But 219 episodes deep.
About to start going by Einstein Busy.
No,
AKA Busy Hawkins, nigga.
You don't got a wheelchair. You can't do that. That's offensive to some people, I'm sure.
It's not. He's dead.
I'm sure that's offensive to some people, I'm sure.
Doubt it.
But 219 episodes deep. We love y'all. We mad respect. When we say respectfully, we do mean respectfully, not disrespectfully. You know what I mean? Because respectfully is kind of like it's fucked up. Going to be like people respectfully, like no, you said what you said with all due to no
respectfully,
respect.
sir. Fuck you. Like,
wait,
like respectfully
that,
say that.
Right? Like, come on, bro. Like,
it doesn't fit.
You might as well just say like, I just don't respect you. It's cool, bro. Like, it's it's fine. Just fine.
Say fuck you next time. Leave off the
it's like you don't have to say respectfully to make me feel better. You already made me feel like shit. It's all good.
I'm gonna throw something at you either way.
Right. Like, you know what I mean? With mad love, respectfully. You feel me? Like, share, subscribe, tell all your peoples, get your grandmas to listen, your moms,
your girlfriends, your wives,
wives, husbands, boyfriends,
the girlfriend of your wife,
your dog too. Dogs listen to shit. Like if you got a beagle, shout out to him.
Make his own, give him his own iPhone. Tell him to go on that motherfucking podcast page. Tell him hit subscribe to. Tell him go on YouTube and hit subscribe to.
Yeah, man.
Just like you, he will also be a good boy.
You made it weird.
Or a good girl.
You made it weird. I hope everybody had a happy Kobe Day. You know what I mean? 8/24. I hope everybody had a happy Kobe Day. I know I did. Rest in peace to the dead. You know, shout out to Vanessa for winning that $16 million on that lawsuit.
Because gave it a 31.
Should have gave it a Billy, but that's neither here nor there. Since we will not be back until next week, and it will be what, September?
Yep.
Yeah. Happy West Side Gun Day, because it's on the 28th. We will not be here for that. Yeah. But don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful. Conway the Machine Day was on the 14th. You didn't remember.
Well, you know, that was a better day. So I was probably doing some Conway ass shit.
Nigga, your ass was just smoking weed with a white woman. That don't count.
That counts.
That don't.
It does.
Nah, I don't.
It does.
When you seen Conway with a white woman?
Just because they ain't seen it, don't mean it ain't happened.
I'm just saying, when you seen it,
you ain't got to see it for it to happen, nigga.
He not
be doing it right now,
nigga. I'm not gonna. He not Kevin Gates. He ain't gonna let us down. He ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. Episode 219.
He put out. I was like, ugh.
That's George Mans.
It is. It is.
That's George Mans. So you might as well get your mans and tell him to get his mans.
I ain't got no mans.
George Mans.
I mean, hey, it depends when you represent certain mans. I don't know if you can be my mans. I don't know. That's, you know, he stand with that man's by himself. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Tell him to get his mans.
He stand with that man's by himself. He lost me when he put the feather in his head and started jumping like a fucking Fortnite character.
That was when. All right, you know what? We out. We out. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
All right, I hit you up, nigga.
For sure.
Yeah.